Hey there guys, this is Ginger from Sparky Ink Studio. Thanks for tuning back again to our little virtual workshop thingies or how-to series. We sort of try and get one of these mini workshops uploaded each week, usually on a Wednesday. And this week we are going to be creating a digital animation in Autodesk Sketchbook. And this is free. It's a free application which you can download from the internet. You can download it straight onto your iPad or onto your tablet or onto your mobile phone, smartphone. You can also use it as a desktop application on your computer, so using Windows 10 or on your Mac. So they're the sort of things that you're going to need today. You might need a drawing tab, definitely will need a mouse if you're using your computer. And this is it. This is Sketchbook. Okay, so once you've located sketchbook.com, click on there. Quite a nice looking little site, lots of things that you can have a look at another time, but you just need to click on the download button. You can see there it says Windows 10 or Mac, and just click on that and then just follow the download instructions onto your computer. Just remember that this is an exe file, so it will make changes to your computer. So you must be sure that you want to download it before you do, and please make sure that you get permission from whoever owns the computer that you're using, or the tablet or iPad or phone, and make sure that you've got permission to be able to download this beforehand. Okie dokie, so once that's installed we can then start having a bit of fun on this fantastic little app. This is the actual desktop that you will get there in front of you. Now a lot of stuff's pretty self-explanatory, and we're going to use a fair bit of this stuff today. Not everything, but we're going to use some of the stuff on here today. So I'm not even going to go through things, we'll go through them as we go along. I think that might be the easiest thing to do. Here you've got only a few little sub-menus, and we're just going to go straight to File, and we're going to click, well, we're going to look at New Flipbook, so you just hover on there and then click on New Empty Flipbook. And then what will come up is the properties for that piece of application that you're going to be doing. So at the moment it's set to 1080p, that's fine. I'm setting it at 1080p because I'm making this into a video to put on YouTube after, but you can make it smaller or larger. And you can also change things later on when you export it, so you might decide that you want to make it smaller later on. If you're making a GIF, for example, you might need to make it smaller. If you're making it as a film, you probably would need to keep it at this here. We're going to go with 12 frames per second. It's just sort of standard for animation, but you can go higher if you want to. Some people like to go higher. I stick at 12. You can change it again, you can change it in the timeline in a bit. And number of frames, I think we're going to go with 20 on here. We might do more, we might do less. Okay, there's a help button if you need it, but I've just told you how to do it, so you should be okay. Okay then, so click OK, and this will open your timeline down here. Now this is all your frames here. These bits here, I'll show you how to use those as we're going along. I think best thing to do is to show you things as we go along, instead of me saying, oh, this is this, this is that, this is other, because you may just forget what things are, and I may forget to tell you at that point, thinking that I've already told you. So I think we'll just do them slowly as we go along. Okay, so the first things first. Okay, so the first thing we're going to need to do here is get our layers ready. Now when we're going to use these keyframes here, we need to have some little layers here, and we're going to click on this one here. So you see this one where it's got 3 pages, it says layers when you hover on it. Click on that one and it'll bring this box up. Now this is the one that you need to be clicking on to get where you need to be, and this corresponds with this, so you need to have this open and you need to be using this so that you can make this work how you want it to work, and so it makes it easier as well. So the first thing we're going to click on is the background, because one of the things we need is something in the background the whole time that we're going to be doing this. So we're just going to do a sky background to start with. So I'm going to go into the paint bucket, and it's called a flood fill in here. Now I think Autodesk really didn't want to use the same titling as what what Photoshop use and some of the others use, so they've changed the names a little bit, but basically that is the bucket. So you click on the bucket, it'll open up this box here, And this is quite nice because you can either do it solid or you can have it where it leaves some nice light on one side, or you can do it like this. And I'm going to go with this one, this radial fill, and that's because, or radial if you want to be posh, this is because I think it looks a bit like the sun and I quite like that. So next thing I need to do is change the colour. So if you click on the colour, now everything you're clicking on with the left button on your mouse. Okay, you just need to click on it once. And I'm going to go for blue because I want this to look like sky. So I need to find something I like. I don't want something that's too in your face and too bright, because people watching it are just going to get really annoyed with how bright it is. I quite like that blue. That's a cool blue. Now you can use the presets if you want to down here. Just click on them and it'll just do what you want. So I'm going to click on there. And straight away, what I've got is this brown thing going on. Now it's like, well, where's the brown come from? So if I click on there, you'll see, so this circle here, I've clicked on that, and you can see where the brown's come from because it's where these indicators are. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to change that. I'm going to put it into a yellowy colour. If you do it bright like that, it's going to be really in your face. We don't really want that bright, but that's quite nice. That's sort of like a more pastel colour. I quite like that. I'm going to close that. If I pull that across like that, so you just click with your left button on your mouse and just pull, and we've got the sunshine in the sky, and it looks pretty cool. Okay, so that looks really nice. Right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw something on the midground. So this background here will stay there the whole time, no matter what I do. Now I can put more things on the background if I want, but actually I don't think I need to. I think I'm going to leave that as it is. I'm going to click on midground. And so midground gives me another layer, a different layer. And what I'm going to put on here is, I'm going to put a hillside and probably a tree. So I'm going to go with my pencil. So I'm clicking on there. Now it's already set to black. You can see these paint pots here. It's already set to black. And that's what I'm going to be using. Okay, so, oh, I don't know where it's gone from the pencil. So I'm going to go right to the edge. I'm just going to do something like that, like a little hillside. And I want to colour that in green down there. So I'm going to go in my paint bucket again. And I'm going to go with this one this time, this linear fill. Okay. Now it comes up as pink. We don't really want pink on there, we want green. So I'm going to click on the green and find the colour I like. And then I'm going to... Oh, and the one thing is, I've obviously left a gap somewhere because that's why it's all gone green. So let's revert back. So if you click on the undo, now you can click Control and Z if you want, or you can just click undo like that. And then what I'm going to do instead is, because I need to know where this line is, why it's done that, because I don't want that line. So I'm going to get my magnifying glass. And if I click on this with the left button, you can see at the moment at the bottom down there it says 100% zoom. It's down here. So you can see that there? So what we're wanting to do is make it smaller. So if you just click on it and drag it, you can see like that. And then you can also drag it upwards like this. If these things on here are getting on your nerves, if there's too much going on and you think, oh, don't need that there, just click that. But keep this one open, don't get rid of that one. Right, so I'm going to go back to my little thing and I'm going to double click on the pencil and I'm going to make it bigger than what it is because I want to see this a little bit better. I'll find out what's going on, why that did that. Okay, I think I just messed that one up. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of that one. Okay, now this time it should work, I hope. Now click on the paint bucket. It's still the green colour what I chose. Click on there. You can see now it's just done the green. I That's really cool. Okay, now if I decide I want this colour not to be white, click on it, you can see it's come up as white. Click in my colour bucket, again my colour chart, and then I choose a colour that I want. So I'm going to go with like a dark green there. There you go. Okay, you can see straight away how it just edited that exactly how you wanted it, and that's cool. And you can mess about with this because you can actually make it so this bit's greener, like that, or you can do it so it's like that, which probably would look better because of where the sun is. I might do it like that actually. Okay, and when you've done that, you click on the tick here. So if you look up here, and there's a tick, and click tick. Okay, so the next bit we're going to put on this midground is we're going to put, so these two are basically going to be our backgrounds, and the place we're going to animate is going to be on the foreground here. So we're just going to put everything, all the assets we need on here, all the pictures we need on here. Okay, or you can put them on the background as well if you want, but I think it's just good to have them on two different things. Okay then, so I'll go back with my pencil. One thing I'm doing now is I'm going to just do maybe a tree or something. So I'm just going to do, and it's going to be a funky looking tree, so like just a spiky thing going on like that, like that, and just taking lines down slightly on it so that it'll work better when I do it. Okay, and then I want to put some of the little spiky bits inside. Hopefully that will work, although I've just messed up that bit there. Let's try that again. So yeah, so you need to mess about, and I mean you might need to zoom in. If you need to zoom in, just zoom in. You can take a lot more time on this than what I'm taking on it. Okay, so I need to do the trunk. So again, I'm going to go for paint bucket. I'm going to keep with this linear thing, and I'll show you why in a moment. Click on here, and we need to go for some sort of brown. Now there's a brown here that's on the presets. I'm going to use that one, that's fine. I'm going to click that. Now what you can see at the moment is that that brown's come there, but I've ended up with a green on there as well. Now I don't really want the green on it, I want a different colour there, so I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to find another colour that's more browny, reddy colour. It's a bit too red, a bit too brown, but it needs to be lighter. Yeah, so that's a little bit pink. That was a weird colour to work with. Right, that looks better. So let's sort of get it sort of like a little bit of a shade in there. So if I click on here and click OK on the button there, you can see now that we've got this nice little bit of light because we've got the sun here, so it is going to be light just there. Okay, we probably will have a shadow as well. If we wanted to be really cool with things, and we could do a shadow as well, which I may do, we'll see. Okay, so we're going to cut the top in. Again, I'm going to go back to the bucket. I'm going to stick with this linear one, and we're going to choose a green for this. Something really funky, I think, something like that. That's cool. And I'm going to click in there. Now again, you can see that it's brought up the brown, so click on there, and we're going to change that to a different green, something maybe a bit darker like that. But when I look at this now, I think that's not doing it how I want it, so I'm going to go with that like that, and I'm going to click on the other one and make that darker. Okay, because what I'm wanting is the sunlight is above, and I'm wanting it to show that sun there, so I'll click on there like that. So you can see this is darker and this is lighter because it's nearer the sun. And we're just going to do the same again with this one. It's done exactly the same for me, so that's fine. You can mess about with this if you want to. You can make it more darker, you can make it lighter, you can go that way a little bit. It probably would work really well. And then give it a tick. Okay, now if we're going to do a shadow down here, we need to just get the pencil out and do a little bit of drawing. decide how the shadow is going to look. The shadows never always look like the things that they are, although that looks nothing like what I would draw in. I'm going to do that one again, to be honest. So let's start here, I think. You don't have to do a shadow, you don't have to mess about doing all this. I just thought it might be quite cool to just actually show you how you can make things look a little bit more. You can always change things as well. You can, in your animation, you can move your sun around, so you can change all your lighting, things like that. Okay, so paint bucket. So we're going to need to go with a dark colour on this one. So we'll go down here with this dark colour and we'll just see what happens with that. Now it does give us, and we need it to look like that, and that's that. Okay, so we've got a shadow, got a palm tree type of thing with a shadow, and that looks fine to me. Okie dokies, right then. So that is all our backgrounds done. We're not going to do anything else with them backgrounds at the moment. Okay, so we're going to click on foreground, which is this one. So click on there with your left button on your mouse. You'll see down here now we have this. So it's already started doing the first frame, and the first frame is going to be just that, nothing else. So what we're going to do next is we're going to duplicate that frame into the next one. I'm going to click on there, and we're going to now start working from here. So we're going to like do something. We're going to have a bird flying in. He's going to, I don't know, swoop down and grab something. Not sure what it's going to grab yet, but we'll see. Okay, so click on there. So you need to do bird. Now I need to be zooming a little bit because we can't see very well there, so let's zoom in. And again, you just press your left button and just do this. And if you want to move it, click on it, move it down like that. Okay, so I'm going to get a pencil. I'm still on black, that's fine. We're going to have our little bird. It's going to sort of like this. Now, I'm not the best drawer in the world. You know, you may be really good at drawing, and you may want to take a lot more time with this than what I'm doing. Okay. And I have got it on quite a thick pencil, so I don't know whether I need them actually. I'm just going to undo them two bits. Right, okay, so what I need to do is put some colour on him now, because I want him to look a bit coloured in. I am going to zoom in a little bit more on him. I just need to make sure that I've covered the bits I need to cover on there. Yeah, I think so. Right, okay then. So I'm going to go with the paint bucket. I'm going to stay with this again because we have got light and dark. We've still got the sun in the sky, so we're still going to have lots of different things going on, so we might as well use that. Okay, so I'm going to click on here and choose a colour for him. Oh, what colour should we do in? I'll keep green, grey. I like that colour. I think we're going to go in that colour. Okay, so I'm going to click on him. Now you can see he's gone green. So I'm going to click on this one here. And we're going to change that one to another colour. Like that, that'll be fine. But would prefer it to be the other way around. So I'm just going to drag this around a bit and have a mess about. So you can just do lots of different things with this. This is a really cool tool to mess about with. So you can keep him looking a little bit lighter where you need him to look lighter, or you can keep him dark. You have a mess about with how you want him to look. And click OK on that one. I'm quite happy with that. I'm to do a bit of a yellow beak. So again, OK. Now I don't feel like I need to do this shiny thing on this. I'm just going to go for a solid fill on this one and just go for a yellow there. I know it'll fly, it's not gonna, that's fine. Now, what I've found is that that beak looks a bit too much, so I'm going to click on here and I'm going to go with that yellow again. Now, it still looks like it's on that yellow, so that's cool. And I'm just going to have a quick tidy round on here, like that. I just want his beak to look quite profound, I guess. Okay then, and the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to double click on the pencil and take it right down to about here, to the 4H, which is quite small. And I'm just going to go with white. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I just want to do a little bit of white on his eye. Okay. Right, so that is our first sort of picture for our animation. Okay, so just drag that over. So as you can see, we've got a little bird and he's going to come swooping in. So he's going to fly down here. I think I might have a worm or something come out and he's going to grab the worm and fly off. Okay, so far so good. Hope you're still with me on this. It's quite exciting. Okay, so we're going to now duplicate that frame. So if you click on it like that, and what we're going to do is we are now going to use the lasso tool. Okay, which is this one here. So it says quick transform. I'm going to click on there and you'll see a couple of boxes, but we're going to use this one. So click on that with your left button, and then you're going to just go to your bird, if you're drawing a bird that is, and you're just going to draw around it loosely. You don't even have to do it perfect, as long as the lines meet up at the end like that. Okay, and then what you can do then is you can move him, and you can see now that we've moved him that we've got this other bird still in the background. I'm going to make him slightly bigger because he's going to be coming slightly towards us, so I want to get him more bigger, more focused in the sky so that people can see him. Okay, and then what we're going to have now is I'm going to make a little worm now that's going to sort of be popping out here. Okay, that wasn't there before, and everybody's going to think, oh, that's cool. So I'm going to get my pen. Now I've got it in white there, but we don't want white. Let's go with black. Okay, and we'll just have a little worm. Now, as you can see, I've kept on a harder pencil. I'm not really keen on that. I forgot about that. So I'm just going to click undo. I'm going to go back to my pencil. I'm going to make this a little bit deeper because you can't see very well. I want to make it so I can see it. Okay, so I'm going to put it on 2B. It's a bit of a soft pencil, but it's a little bit thicker. Okay, I might be better off just panning in on this as well, just to make sure that we can see what I'm doing. Okay. I might have him just coming out from behind. Now that might be a bit too fast because we've not previously seen him on the one before. So it might be I'll go back to the last picture, but I think we'll keep him like that, and I'm going to colour him in. So I'm going to get the bucket, we'll use the linear, and we'll click on here. Now worms are roughly a really dodgy, pale, pasty, miserable colour. I think that'll do him. Oh, it's done everything. Now you can see the reason why it's done everything, because I've left a gap here, I haven't joined it. Okay, so if that happens, it's just something that it gives you an idea of where you've missed. So just click undo and it goes back, and then get your pencil. Might need to pan in for this one and just make sure that you can see what you're doing. Okay, get the pencil on the go, and I'm just gonna make sure he's fully covered. Okay, right, I'm gonna get the paint bucket and I'm gonna give that a try again, and there you go. So I am going to make him look a bit different to what something like that, possibly. I think that would look okay. And do a tick up here, and then I'm going to get the pen again, and I'm just going to do him a little eye. He needs to have an eye there. Okay, right then. So if I go back to my previous picture, you can see I can see that worm because I've got this on here, which is the it says ghost in the next frame, but this is actually the onion skin. If I click on that, it goes off. If I click on it, it comes on. It's going back by 2 frames, and it's same on the other way. It'll do it the other way around as well. That's really cool, because if you feel like, oh, I've missed a frame here, I really needed to put something else in here, then you can just go back and click on here. So that works out really, really well. Okay, then, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to show the worm a little bit just there. Okay, so we've already got it set up with pencil, so I'm going to just make sure that you just cover the ending a bit, otherwise it will not do it how you want it. Okay, put his name there. I might even need a third one and go back another one, so we'll see. Click on there, and you just need to mess about with this again, because if you remember, I did mess about with it. So get looking a little bit like that, that's fine. Okay, and if I go back even further, you can see both frames. So you can see the one here, which is the 3rd frame. You can see the 2nd one as well. I'm going to do a little bit of worm here as well, because I think it will be cool just to have a little bit of him there as well. So I'm just going to put his head poking out. And nobody might not notice this bit, but when they've watched the animation, they will notice it after. So it's always cool to try and fill in them gaps for people. Okay, I'm going to go back like this, and like that, and then click on OK. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. So what I'm going to do now is, if I pan out, let's just click on there and pan out. Then if I press play, go to the 1st frame and press play. I mean, it doesn't do it very fast, but we've only got a couple of frames there, but you can see the bird. It's our little worm. Looking cool. Nice one. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to now reposition the bird so that we've got, oops, daisy, I did that wrong. I'm going to put my thing off here. We're going to reposition our bird. So what we need to do is click on here, duplicate keyframe, and then here now we are now going to use the lasso tool again, and we're going to lasso him. Okay, got him, and then we're going to move him from here. We'll make him slightly bigger. We could even just move him slightly if you wanted. So you want just slight angle, which is what this tool here does. This moves it up and down like that. So we could just move it slightly like that. Okay, so that looks good. And our little worm, we're going to lasso him too. Okay, and then we're going to move him. that. We're going to keep him the same size. There's no need to make him any other size. But what I'm thinking is possibly that's not really what I want, because we want him to be moving in a different way. So that one really doesn't work for us. So I'm going to undo that and keep him there. And what I'm going to do instead is we'll keep him there, and then what we're going to do then is we're just going to change him slightly. Okay, so yeah, sorry for that confusion. I'm keeping him there because he's easier to work with when I've cut him out. Okay, so that's the reason I'm keeping him as he is. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my pen and I'm going to just change a little bit about him, but it means I will then need to do some erasing, and that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in some more so that I can actually see him really, really well. Up here, like this. And then I'm going to get the eraser, and I'm just going to get rid of some of the bits we don't need. So there's that bit there. Now this eraser is way too big, so I'm just going to do an undo on there, and I'm going to double click on the eraser with your left button, and I'm going to bring this down a bit. Now you can do it without the slider, or you can actually mess about with this one here. That should be okay. We'll see. I guess we'll find out. Okay, yeah, that looks all right. And what I'm doing is I'm just getting rid of bits that we don't need off him. This bit here. And then all this bit here we don't need. Okay, and you know, you can spend some time on it. You can make it a lot tidier than what I've done. I'm going to bring that down a lot more. So you can really, really work hard on it and spend some time on it. So when you've done that, you can then paint it. So click on the paint bucket. Now everything's still set up for me on the paint bucket, so I'm just going to click that. Now you can see now we've ended up with join there, so we need to change this round like this. Just get it out exactly how you want it. Don't be afraid to pull this around and mess around with this a bit. Okay, you want it to get it roughly how you want it to look. Okay, that's fine. That'll be cool for that. I'm just going to pan back out again. So now you can see we've got the bird flying down, we've got the worm moving. So if I press play, yeah, you can see it. Now what you'll see there is there's a background there, and that's because I've done something at some point. We don't need that frame, so we're just going to get rid of that. We're going to clear keyframe. Okay, that was what I did. Right, okay, so the next bit is again, we're going to duplicate the keyframe. We're going to be working from frame 5. We're going to go up to the lasso tool and we're going to lasso the bird. Or whatever you're using. You might be using something completely different to what I'm using. I'll make him slightly bigger, not much bigger than that. And I'm going to drag him down. Okay, so he's coming down here. Now on the next frame, I will be actually doing something different with the bird, because he's going to need to have his wings a different way. He's going to need to be in a completely different position. But at the moment, that's fine. So now I'm going to do our little worm again, like that, and we're going to drag him off, and we're going to need to reposition him a little bit. Like that. That should do. That should be fine. And that should look okay. We shouldn't really need to do much more with him, but I'm just going to check. So we're just going to press the play button. mouse. Okay, I'm pleased with that. Okay then, so click on frame 5, duplicate by the double plus signs, click on frame 6, this is your next one. Right, so for this one, I'm going to go around him because I want to keep him looking roughly the same, but slightly different. So I'm going to move him this way to about there. Okay, and I'm going to move him like that, I think. I don't think I need to change his wings on this one. I might just get away with this one. It's probably going to be the next one where we're really going to have to change them wings. I mean, you can change the wings all the way through if you want, and we can put some extra frames in. Now the wiggly worm, I quite liked him when he was a different one, so I'm just going to go back and I'm going to click that 5. Because I think we need to change him slightly. Just going to get the magnifying glass and I'm going to go in here. So yeah, you can spend a lot of time on this sort of thing. Alright, this is it. Right, that's it. That's what I wanted. So what I need to do now is I need to erase the one underneath. So I'm going to get the rubber. Now you might find other ways that work better for you, so don't feel you have to do all the drawings the way that I'm doing them. You might decide that you want to draw each one separately, or you might want to copy them. I'm finding that this works for what I want to do, so I'm going to make that erase a bit bigger because it's just way too small. I'll make it that big though. Should be okay. So yeah, that's okay. Right, I'm just going to tidy that line up there because it's a bit of a mess. Okay, and then we're going to get the bucket. It's all the same colour, so we can just, oops, daisy. So you can see now that I've messed up. There's a few places I've missed, so I'm just going to go back, get my pen, just make sure that all these bits are covered so that I don't end up making that again where everything goes the same colour. So there we go. I'll just change it around to have it like that. Works really well like that. Okay then, so click on that one. So if I pan out again and we press play. Yep, that's looking good. Okay then, so we need to change the bird quite a lot now. So I always find duplicating frame is the easiest way for me to do it, but you don't have to do it like that. Okay, but this is the way we're going to do it today. And I like to lasso because I like to keep the shape, and I'd rather use the eraser and move things around a little bit to actually get what I want. Okay, so this time I am now going to change the wings because these wings are not really what I want. But I think I'm just going to go back. I'm going to redo that because I think I don't want to position it there quite yet. And the reason being is because I think if I change the wings first and then I reposition it will be a better idea. Okay, so I'm going to get the eraser and I'm going to get rid of these wings now. Okay, now the eraser's too small, so double click on it, make it higher. I can probably make it quite a lot higher on this one to erase. Okay. I'm just going to get rid of these. You can still see underneath where they were, so that's okay. Okay then, so pencil. Okay, so it's gonna sort of have them going more up in the air. Like this. Oops, messed that one up, hang on a minute. If there's any really good bird drawers out there, you'll probably be doing a miles better job than what I'm doing at the moment. Okay, so we're going to click on Paint Bucket. Now we need to change the colour because we need to get back to this colour that we had before. So we're going to use the dropper stick there, get that colour, and then we're going to paint that in. And we're going to need to have a mess about because now it's on both of those, so if we click on there and we get it a bit lighter here. It's not going to look exactly the same as what it looked before, but we're just going to give it a bit of a try on that one. Okay, that's, oops, it is, hang on, I stuck with that one. Right, that's that one, that'll be fine. And then this one, we'll do the same. It doesn't really matter that the wings are a bit darker on this bottom one, because it is actually going under the tree. Now that's the other thing as well, because we have now got the tree. So it would be cool if we were able to show a shadow down here. I know a really cool shadow on his head. I don't know that's how we've done that, but that looks quite cool. I quite like that. Ah, that's good. Okay, so that'll do for that. Now, I'm not happy about how I've drawn the wings. I'm just going to tidy the wings up because for some reason they don't look as thick. So let's get that sorted. It's not, it's far from perfect. Let's have another try at that. Okay, right, so I'm going to do a little bit of a shadow on the floor down here. It's not going to look perfect, but it's sort of going to look sort of like a bird. It's not, if you know what I mean. It's just sort of going to look something like that. Okay, and I'm just going to fill that in black. Like that. It just gives us a bit of a shadow, which we can then move along. So at the moment then, we've not moved our worm. Our worm's just sort of stopped, so we need to do something with the worm. So we're going to go back, get our little lasso tool, and we're just going to lasso him up. Okay, and we'll just drag him along a little bit further. Just make him look a bit different. I might just bring him that way like that. Just pull a bit on the front. So that'll do. It's fine. but we've ended up with a little bit here that I missed on this one. So get the eraser. Probably going to need to make this smaller again. And we'll just try and tidy that up. Let's do that up there. That's fine. Like I say, you can spend a lot of time on these things and just tidy them up and things as you want to. So let's pan out and let's have another look. Let's see what that one looks like. Okay. Okay. So slightly lighter grey, I think. Like that. That looks okay, looks better. Right, okay then. So our next frame. So duplicate frame. Get the lasso tool. I'll do wiggly worm first this time, I think. So anything when this box covers up over it all, it just really seems to take over. I don't think I'm bothered changing him. I can't really bothered to change him on this bit. I think it'd be fine as it is. So the bird now, we need to go around him like this. Okay. I'm gonna bring him in quite fast, like this, and we're gonna quite low down, I think. Like that. Okay, now the next thing we can do is we can get the shadow as well. This is cool. We can drag that. Oh, it's left a bit of shadow. Let's just go back. I don't really want to leave the shadow behind. Click off that. Click on it again. Yeah, I don't want to be leaving the shadow. We need the whole shadow. Okay. And this time, what we can do now with the shadow is we can make that black, so it fits in with the other shadow. Okay. Oops, it is. Get the bucket. Just paint that black. It's sort of come outside, but that's fine. Oops, it is. That looks quite good. Yeah, that'll be fine. Right, okay, so that's looking good. So the next frame, so we need to duplicate our frame again, frame 9, and get your little lasso tool around the bird. I'm hoping I left his beak behind there. I don't think I have. I'm gonna just slightly down like that. Lasso his shadow. And I'm hoping this don't mess this up, because it may do. Oh, it hasn't, that's good. What we've done is, because I cut it originally from over there, so I think we need to put a little bit more of a shadow on there. So I'll just go on here and do that. Got a bit of a beat going on this time as well now. Okay. That's that. And then we need the worm to be doing something different to what it was doing. So I'll sew the worm out. So I want to just get rid of him altogether. Okay. So I'm going to pan in on this one. change a lot. I'm going to just rubber that. I'm just going to start again with him. And this one, because it'll be easier to do that and then to actually mess about with him. That's too big. So what I want him to do is actually, I want him to look round. Come there. It's not worked out very well. Let me do all that again. That went a bit wrong. Yeah, it's yeah, I think I've got it. Hang on. So it's like he's looked round. That's what I wanted him to look at. So he's looking at the bird now. That looks really weird, but I think it'll look okay. Right, okay then. So on there, we need to get those colours again. But there were some colours. I think there's this something like that. There, I'll do. Oh, so you can see these bits that I've missed. So let's go back. We need to just do the bits that we've missed. So that's there. Possibly down here somewhere. I wasn't sure, but I think something down there. Okay, we'll try again. Yeah, that's fine. Do a darker version on this side. Looks okay. Right. You can guess what's going to happen on next one, the next frame. Okay, so we've duplicated frame 9, frame 10 now. Okay, so on this one, we need to go around the bird again. We can leave it still with a magnifying glass on like we are doing, that's fine. I think we're going to end up leaving some of the bird there, so I'm going to just cross that off and start again with that one. Okay. Okay, and move him forward like that. I'm going to move him slightly further down like this. Okay, so it's like swooping down, and to that, actually. Shadow there like that, and then this little guy is going to look totally different on this one, so I'm going to erase him totally. It's good because we can still see him underneath because of the onion skin being on there. We can still see all that. We can see what's going on still. He's going to jump in the air. This. that's good. I'm going to duplicate this frame, and then on this one I'm going to get this guy like this. Oops, there's I want to do it. Okay, and this guy as well. I'm just going to big wing that like that. Maybe shadow. Like so. Be fine like that. Okay then. Next one. Duplicate again. Our little worm's gonna end up going into the ground. So to be fair, we're not actually going to need to seal our little worm. I'm going to need to see a little bit of him, so I'm going to rub him out because we don't need him. Okay, I'll rub that little bit out there as well. Right, get a pencil and he's basically gone. He's not messing about. He's not going to be any bird's dinner. So he's off into there like that. And our bird is going to be very disappointed. Because he missed out on that tasty worm. Okay, and I know that I haven't done any flapping with the wings and things. You can actually put extra frames in, and you could do that. I might do that in a minute if we've got time. Don't want to keep you looking at this all day long. Okay then, so that's that. And then I'm going to duplicate that frame, frame 13. So this one now, we won't have any worm at all on here. Get rid of him altogether. And the bird now is going to change his wings. Well, we might not need to. We might need to. We'll see. We're going to lasso him out. He's going to be annoyed because he's missed out on that worm. But that's the way things go. He's going to fly off. And I think I might change the wings slightly. Look a bit drab. It might be alright actually on this one. We'll leave them on this one I think for now, and then we'll change them on the next one. Okay. Now, because he's flying away, his shadow will get smaller. So we're able now to make this a smaller shadow. Okay. I'll just take it up there because then it makes it easier. Okay. Right. We'll duplicate again. And this time we need to lasso the bird. Him higher, I'm going to turn him quite a bit, and we're going to now do something with those wings. So those wings are not really how I want them to look at this moment now, so I'm going to get rid of those. Very enjoying this. The whole thing about making animations is all about telling a story. And you know, some people are full of lots of stories that they've got lots to tell. Others just have a few little stories that they want to tell. It's all about communicating with other people those stories and those ideas. And this is a really cool way of doing that. Digital storytelling. And it doesn't ever have to be perfect. You just got to enjoy what you do. Communicate the story the best that you possibly can. You know, and most people understand the story. And you will always get people that will criticise that as well. You're always going to get somebody that says, oh, that don't look like anything like it's supposed to. But it's not really what they think, it's what you think, and it's how you've enjoyed it. If you don't enjoy doing something, then you need to find a way of being able to enjoy doing it. Oops, daisy. Paint pot everywhere. Yeah, for some reason I'm not really getting that colour. Let's try again. Yeah, it's not perfect, but yeah, it's better than no. It's better than a kick in teeth, apparently. Apparently I like that. I know we've got a little bit of an edge going on there. Well, I could probably, yeah, let's just nudge it all. Oh, looks okay. Okay, and then we just need to move the shadow now as well, because the shadow will be a lot smaller, and then we'll get rid of it altogether. Like that. Okay, now we need to just pan a bit. So our bird is just going to fly off up here now, so this is just going to be a lot of just lassoing and moving up. Okay. And this one, we don't actually need that at all anymore, so just press delete and that just gets rid of that, and that's that one. And then oh, actually I've just messed that one up. Let's go back. That's it. I didn't duplicate the frame. Sorry, guys. Duplicate the frame. Yep. I thought there was something missing there. So there you go. Right. Okay. Let's just. Don't look like a big gap. Oh. Okay. And then go around the shadow and then just press delete on your keyboard and that'll get rid of that altogether. Okay, so duplicate frame. Don't forget that this time. Lasso tool. You can just maybe have them going up a little bit. Okay, and then duplicate frame again. Lasso tool. frame again. I'm going to need to actually. I'm going to start on a little. Put him to there, but I'm going to change him. I don't really want to keep him looking like that, so I'm going to change him again. So I'm going to click on the black. So apologies about that. I'm not actually sure what happened then in terms of we were working away and then suddenly Autodesk just told me there was a problem. So I don't know whether that was a problem with my PC or whether that was just a problem with Autodesk. So it managed to save it though for me, but it is an important lesson that if it hadn't let me save it, then I would have lost everything. So just save as you go along, guys. Okay, so that you don't lose things. Okay then. So we were lucky we didn't lose anything. Okay. So that looks quite good. I mean, I think what I might do is I might slow it down slightly. By adding some extra frames in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to double this to 40. Okay, to give me some space to work. And then what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to drag this bar at the bottom. So you just click your left button and just drag it. Okay. And then I'm just going to drag the last one and drag it along. Now, for some reason, I did ask it to do 40, but for some reason it didn't like it has done. But that's okay. And this will just give us a space in between each frame. Now there's nothing on those spaces, they're just clear spaces. So there's nothing there, which means that it'll slow it down slightly, which is really cool, which is what we're wanting. Oh, there it is, there's 40. So let's just drag that along. And this is because when we did the original thing, the lowest that we could go was for 12 frames per second. Now, I don't know how you change it in any other way to make that more or less. So I think it's best just to do it like this for now. If I find out how to do that, I will let you know. But at the moment, this is the bit that I know in my head. So yeah, so I'll just do it like this. Okay then. And all it's doing is extending those frames. So where we had 18 frames, we'll now have twice as many. Okay. So if I press play, slide it down nicely. And the thing I've got is the problem there with the worm. If you see, it looks like it's not coloured in. So I need to find that. Let's have a quick look. Oh, now that one. So we didn't colour him in, so I need to colour him in. Okay, because otherwise it'll just look a mess. So click on the bucket, and it's going to be black if I do it like that. It's not the right colour for the worm, because I'm sure the worm was more like a different colour than that. So just have a mess around a little bit here. Yeah, sort of like a more pink colour, wasn't it? Sort of like that. Okay, that'll do. Okay, so let's have a look. Now that's two. You could do lots more with it. You can put titles on it and everything. Now I'm going to do everything else in editing, and I'm quite happy with how that looks at the moment. For some reason that's just stopping halfway through, so let's just it's because this number here. So can you see here? So there's that. I think what I'm going to do is that one there, I want to duplicate that one and put that at the beginning. So So we've got 4 of the same at the front like that. That's okay. Right, and then this button here, I need to change that and put that to exactly the same as what the other one is. And this means now we get the whole animation. There you go. And that's it. So now we've done that, what we need to do next is export it. So if you go into File, now I'm going to save as first, so I don't mess it up, because I probably will do. I already saved it earlier on and I called it Bird and Worm, so I'm going to do that again. Okay, I'm just going to save it in there. It's asking me, do I want to replace it? Yes, I do. Okay, and then what I'm going to do next is we're going to export the flipbook. So click on there and it'll bring up this. Now it's going to give you lots and lots of different things that you might want to think about. You could do it as a PNG sequence, PSD sequence. Now PSD is Photoshop, but we're going to do it as an MP4. Okay, it's going to include the background cover already. It's doing all the frames that we've got, and we're doing it on a 1080p at 12 frames per second. Now, like I said, we can't actually go any lower than that, and that's the reason why I doubled everything up. So I'm going to export that one. It's going to go here. It's going to go into my hard drive. And there you go. That one's that. I also think it would be quite cool if we did it as a GIF as well. So I'm going to export Flipbook again. And this time I'm going to do it as an animated GIF. And that's fine. All those things are fine. All those things are fine. Match document settings. Now we need to change this because otherwise it'll be ginormous. We don't want a ginormous GIF. So we're going to put in 1200 pixels on that one. Loop playback, export. Again, it's coming up as a GIF, so that's fine. I can keep it as the same name. And press save on that one. Cool. So what we're going to do now, we're going to open it and see what it looks like. This is the GIF. There you go. That looks really cool, and I like that it's got this nice pixelated fuzzy feel about it. I quite like that. That's worked really cool. So let's have a look at the little film as well. There you go. That's cool. So what that means now is that I can actually edit this and make it into a little animation. So that is something that I might show you how to do next time. We'll do it in a free video editor, and I'll show you how to edit this little film into a little mini film that you can put online if you want to. Okay, then, so good luck with that. Have fun. It is, you know, a lot of fun working in this application. We will do some more stuff with this in the future. We're not sort of exhausted on this at the moment. Got lots of other ideas to do with this as well. Right, thanks for watching there. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have, like and subscribe. Leave us some comments. If you make an animation on here, would be great to see that. So yeah, come back on and leave us a link to wherever you've put your animation. Okay, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.